Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. So, Kratika Yadav.
Yes, sir.
Is your name Kritika or Kratika?
Kratika.
What's the meaning of this name?
It is derived from Sanskrit word which means prosperity or fulfillment.
What's means?
Prosperity or fulfillment.
Okay, fulfillment. Good. Okay, Kratika. Then, so tell me something that you have not mentioned in your DAF.
Sir, I also like doing cooking that I had not mentioned, and
Okay.
I also like to uh, do paper craft,
Okay. So, which type of paper crafting you do?
origami.
Poly. Okay, and you like cooking. So,
Yes,
which one is your favorite food that you cook?
pasta.
Okay, good. So, and if you see it as the things, why do you like to become the ISS officer? The first thing. This will be the first question that.
Sir, I have deep passion for statistics and I want to serve the society. And by working as an ISS officer, I got an opportunity to apply my knowledge in statistics, which will affect the masses at once. And I believe it to be a platform where I can showcase my helping nature and passion for statistics.
So, can I consider it that it was your passion from a start, or it became your passion, like as passion in statistics, was from the intermediate, or after have you studied the statistics, then after you have got the passion, or is it just a ready-made answer?
While studying, I have developed this passion while studying statistics.
Okay, while studying statistics, good. Okay. And you are from Jaipur, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Jaipur is a very good city. And so growing up in Jaipur, how it has influenced your values and perspectives towards the society and towards the future and lives?
Sir, Jaipur is a very beautiful city and it is rich in culture, heritage. Cuisines of Jaipur, like dal bati churma, ghevar, are famous all over the country. Festivals of Jaipur, such as Tej, Gangaur, are famous, very famous. And literacy rate of Jaipur is higher than the national literacy rate. And sex ratio of Jaipur is also higher. This much.
So how it has influenced your future, your lifestyles?
By living in Jaipur, the accessibility of the educational institution is easy, and it is a safe city for girls. This was
Okay. And as you have mentioned, your father is a government servant. So,
yes, sir.
do you think that because he is a government servant, that's why you want to become the public service in public service? So
No, sir.
maybe they have influenced
I
you.
want.
Yeah.
No, sir. I want to join this service. That's why I'm joining. It does not have any connection with it.
Okay, good. And as I have seen, you have achieved high marks in your graduation as well as post graduation.
Yes, sir.
Is there any technique? Is there any strategies that you employ in improving your marks in the graduation and post graduation?
As such, I do not follow any strategy, but I regularly attend classes and my primary focus was on continuously studying and revising things
So
that motivate.
when you continuously studying, there will be some challenges that must may have came to you. What are those challenges, and can you address it in just 3 points?
Challenges while studying.
Yeah.
Sir, as such, I don't face any challenge while studying because I only have to study.
Okay, so
On
you don't have other jobs to do or something. You have only
yes,
focused the study only. Uh,
yes,
so you don't face any challenges.
no, sir.
Okay. And like because you have not any challenges, so obviously responsibility should change. What is the difference between the likelihood function and joint PDF?
Sir, likelihood function is considered as the function of uh, parameter for given sample observation, whereas the joint density function is the function of both sample observation and parameter.
Both, or is it for the only uh, function of the sample observation given the parameter?
If parameter value is given, then it is
Okay. Can you please make a relationship between the Bayesian inference and hypothesis testing?
give me a minute. Sir.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall it right now.
Okay, good. There is no issue. And suppose someone before you is not from the statistics background and he even don't know uh, anything extra than the 10th class, then how do you tell them anything about the regression analysis? Suppose you have to teach them the regression analysis, how do you start?
Okay. First, I will try to explain the concept of regression analysis. I
What
will
do you
tell them
explain?
that regression analysis help in finding the value of dependent variable for given values of the independent variable. I will like to explain them with the help of example, like income consumption, income and consumption model. As Keynes stated that as the income increases, the consumption also increases. So I will like to give them the daily life example of their own, that as their income increases, their consumption also increases. So we can find the value of the consumption at a particular level of their income. So
So,
here we can use regression analysis.
and so do you think that yes, if consumption increases, then income increases, or is it just the income increases then consumption increases, and does it increase in the same proportion?
Sir, here the income is independent variable and consumption is dependent variable, and the change is not in the same proportion because people have the tendency to save some amount of their income. So the marginal propensity to consume is greater than zero but less than one.
Okay. And like the tendency that you say that a human have the tendency to save some money, what do you say it
Yes, sir.
in the statistical term?
For saving,
Yeah, like the tendency of saving something, what do you say it in a statistical term, in the economic term?
investment,
Mm. Okay.
investment or saving.
Now, like you will be the next, suppose, ISS officer. So, how do you think that statistics will play their role in the policy making in India? Because I have
Sir,
never seen any statisticians that they have gone to the parliament and have said that yes, this is the policy. I have only seen the leaders of the mm, parliament, that they are showing anything. So how do you think statistics will work there?
Sir, only statistic plays an important role in policy formulation, as various surveys is conducted by the NSO to know about the socio-economic characteristic of the population. As for example, infant mortality rates, maternal mortality rates are calculated to show about the healthcare facilities, sanitation facilities of a particular area, and policies are framed on the basis of these figures to address the challenges faced in a particular locality or region.
Okay. And you have mentioned that you were the class topper in 10th.
Yes, sir.
How do you think that you are the class topper in 10th? Because I think that in the 10th class, you were in CBSE.
Yes, sir.
So in the CBSE, it is the board level exam.
Yes,
So
sir.
a comparison in 10th, just in the basis on the basis of class, is it good to compare within the class only?
Sir, I got 10 CGPA in my
There will be
CBSE
lots
10th
of
exam.
candidates who have got the 10 CGPA in class 10.
Yes, sir.
So
So
yeah,
it is an achievement for all of us.
good. And you have done the 5 days training in the NSSTA. What was
Yes,
the
sir.
subject of training? You have not mentioned.
On official statistics.
What was the subject in the official statistics? What was the topic?
Yes.
Can
Sir,
you?
though they cover the whole part of official statistics, like what is NSO, its different divisions, their function, various indices compiled and released by them,
So what
and
is NSO?
the various survey.
What is NSO then?
NSO stands for National.
Yeah.
NSO stands for National Statistical Office. It is formed in 2019 after the merger of the National Sample Survey Office and Central Statistical Office. It is the nodal agency for planned and organized development of statistical system in the country. It compiles and releases various indices such as Index of Industrial Production, Consumer Price Index, Rural Urban combined, and conduct annual survey of industries, various socio-economic surveys, and economic census.
Okay. And so NSO and CSO is same or different?
Sir, CSO and NSSO is combined to form NSO.
Okay, good.
Now it is called NSO.
And can you give me any example of the government schemes that heavily relies on the official statistics? One example.
Sir, please repeat.
Can you give an example of a government scheme that heavily relies on the official statistical data?
Sir, what you have said, government
Government schemes. So could you give me any
schemes.
name? Yeah. So could you give me
Uh,
any name of the government scheme which is heavily relies on the official statistics data?
Sir, Ujjwala scheme launched in 2016 by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. They rely on official statistic. As such, the number of health issues arises due to the use of unclean cooking fuel. So, it is that scheme to address that issue.
And in the NSSO, which particular techniques of sampling is being used at this time?
So, multi-stage stratified sampling is used.
What is multi-stage stratified sampling?
Sir, it is a sampling technique that involves multiple stages for the selection of sample, and at each stage, the population is divided into strata, and samples are drawn from each strata.
There is one more term, that is snowball sampling. What do you mean by snowball sampling?
Yes, sir. Snowball sampling is a sampling technique in which the existing subjects recruits the additional subject. This sampling is used if the population is hard to reach or the respondents are difficult to identify.
So how then we identify them? Like how do we collect the data from them?
For example, if we are dealing to collect information about the rare type of disease in which the respondent is reluctant to disclose the fact that they are having that disease. So first we identify few uh, patients having that disease and then tell them to uh, uh, identify the persons in their group.
Okay, so next question will be, what are the differences between primary data collection and secondary data sources in official statistics?
So primary data are the data that is collected afresh for the first time, whereas secondary data are the data that is derived from primary data.
Okay. What is the meaning of GDP?
GDP stands for Gross Domestic Product, and it is the monetary value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of a country during a given period of time.
Okay. How do you calculate the GDP?
There are three different methods to calculate GDP: value added method, income method, and expenditure method.
Okay. And do you know about MPLATs?
So please repeat.
MPLATs. Do you know about MPLATs? MPLATs.
Uh, Member, I only know the full form of it. Member of Parliament, Local Area Development Scheme.
So you don't know what is the actual things in this particular MPLATs.
Sir, actually, I am unable to recall it right now.
And 20-point
I
program?
will read it.
20-point program, do you know?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
What is CPI?
CPI stands for Consumer Price Index, and it measures the change in prices of goods and services at retail level paid by the consumer.
Okay, so CPI can calculate inflation or not?
Yes, sir, it is used to calculate inflation.
Okay. And what about IIP?
IIP is the Index of Industrial Production. It is calculated by Economic Statistic Division of NSO. It measures the change in volume of industrial production from current period as compared to base period. Its base year is 2011-12.
How inflation is measured using the CPI?
Sir, it is used to calculate inflation at consumer level. That is, if we are paying 100 rupees in base year for certain commodity, and now today we are paying 120 rupees for the same amount of commodity, which means that the price of that commodity increased by 20 rupees, that is 20%. So it is used to calculate inflation in this way.
Okay. And there is one more thing. In the GDP, there are two terms. One is real GDP, another is nominal GDP.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean by real and nominal?
Uh, So real GDP is the GDP at base year prices, and the nominal GDP is the GDP at current year prices. As for example, if the production of a commodity remains the same, that is, then the real GDP uh, will remain the same. The prices of goods and some commodity according to real GDP remains the same, whereas the nominal GDP increases as it accounts for the measure of inflation.
Okay. Now, at this time, there is one more thing that is evolving, that is AI. So, how do you think emerging technologies like AI and big data are impacting the official statistics?
Sir, sorry, sir, I don't have any idea.
And do you know about any recent methodologies or advancements in the statistical methodologies for the large scale surveys that may have occurred in the recent time? Any advancements in the statistical methodologies for the large scale surveys?
Yes, sir. CAPI mode is adopted to transfer the current paper schedule mode into computer mode, in which it integrates the work of various divisions of NSO to reduce the paper schedule mode.
Okay. Now, can you discuss any recent initiatives or reforms in India which is aimed to improve the quality and accessibility of the official statistics data?
Sir, metadata, that is data about data, is what data is about, and what are the challenges, and what are the limitations.
Okay, Kratika. So uh, this is your interview, and we will give you the feedback over this particular session in the next coming days. So obviously, it will be informed over the email. Okay.